You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Oh, well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Make Your Day Richer. Shh, quiet with the clapping. Thank you. We're running a little late today because it's busy around here. I've been doing lots of interviews for upcoming episodes, and today I've already done 2 before the show. And I also did my final meeting with a new friend of mine who I've been helping write a speech for a fundraiser he's doing this weekend. So that's what I've done today. And I just got around to doing the show. Here we are. So it's noon. So hopefully you're on your lunch break watching. Now's the perfect time to press that share button wherever you're watching or listening to this, because the goal is to get to 100,000 views and downloads by the beginning of the year, January 1st. And the only way we can do that is if you lovely people who are watching or listening share it. So thank you. We're so close. I think we can do it. I'm pretty sure we can. Let's see. I have the best gift guide out there, known to man. If you go to where to go, gift guide, but makeyourdayricher.com/shop, all kinds of gifts, great things for yourself, the people you love, for the people you don't love, but you have to buy a gift for. It's right there at makeyourdayricher.com/shop. Today, you've seen this on the show before, but today I just want to tell you how much I love my acupressure mat. Every day I use it, I lay on it. It's amazing. This is a little and this thing can go on your neck, on your knees, your back, wherever you want it. This thing, you lay on it. You're not really gonna be able to see it, but this thing is full of little spikes, and you have to adjust yourself to get it to feel good. But once you do, I can lay on this thing for a half an hour, fall asleep, and it feels amazing. And it's just great for you. And so it's on my gift guide at makeyourdayricher.com/shop. So go buy that, would you? All right. There's a new episode of the Autoimmune Campfire out today. Helen and Nona. It's a campfire. It's a podcast I'm lucky enough to edit, and I want to show you a clip. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. It's on YouTube. They have a Substack. So there you go. Take a look at the Autoimmune Campfire.
Often I lean into awe, which is a really wonderful positive emotion, and that I can really access through nature. So I'll look at the sky, or I'll see a sunset or a sunrise, or see, like a little ladybug walking around, or any of those things. It's just so, it just really inspires. Or I'm at the beach, that really inspires my awe. So positive emotions, I love, or I love even the gentlest of positive emotions, like contentment. I really love that sense of contentment, that sort of, so there are all sorts of different positive emotions that I enjoy and really notice, instead of just oh, that was nice. Really ooh, really notice it and sort of, put a star there. So engagement, as I said, love to read, I love to walk in nature. Lots of, sort of really where you lose track of time is where that flow happens.
Helen and Nona, I love them. Their first season is wrapping up. So go support them, the Autoimmune Campfire, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you'd like to support this show, we're fundraising through the Buy Me a Coffee campaign. So some people go, well, Richard, how do you buy you a coffee? It's not really buying me coffee, but it's a donation to support the show that costs as much as a coffee. And since I love coffee, it works out well. So if you go to buymeacoffee.com/makeyourdayricher, boom, support the show. You get your name in the credits. I have a big thing. You get a social media post. It's a whole big party for you just by buying me a coffee. So thank you. All right, we have a really good show today. Robert Hunt is here. He has a book called Nobody Cares Until You Do. And so we're going to talk all about that and Robert's story. We're going to introduce you to him after we take a break because I love the book title. Nobody cares until you do, which means you have to care about you. So we're going to take a break and be back with Robert after this. Don't go away.
Tired of harsh chemicals in your home? Let's change that. At EcoGlow Cleaning, we bring eco-friendly expertise right to your doorstep. We will make your day richer by bringing a glow to your home or office. For over 20 years, EcoGlow Cleaning has been the trusted choice for professional cleaning services in the Charlotte area. From deep cleaning to regular maintenance, EcoGlow Cleaning offers a wide range of services. All services are tailored to your needs and schedule. Our eco-friendly products ensure a healthy and safe environment for you and your family, including your pets. For a free quote, visit our website at www.ecoglowcleaning.com or give us a call at 704-777-9768. EcoGlow Cleaning is a proud sponsor of Make Your Day Richer TV.
All right, we're back with Robert Hunt. Thank you, sir, for being here.
My pleasure.
How's your day going so far?
My day's great. I've had coffee with a friend. I bed up early and got a lot of things done. And I always think your family doesn't miss you while they're sleeping. So I get up early and get started every day.
I like that. Coffee. Are you a coffee connoisseur, or do you just like the regular old Folgers?
Isn't it so subjective? It's like someone said, "This is a great wine," and you're like, "Why? It tastes the same as the one I get in a box." But I like to make my coffee at a percolator. And so it takes a half an hour to get the coffee done and heat it and do all that stuff. But every once in a while, if I go out somewhere, I always try their cappuccino. That's my testing ground to see if I like the place that makes the coffee.
A cappuccino.
Yeah.
Wow. One time I brought my grandma to like a fancy little coffee shop, right? And so I get her a cappuccino because she loves cappuccino and she drinks it. And like, how is it? And she was like, I like the Shell station better. I was like, of course, because you're 90. And why would you like that? You want your gas station coffee and that's what you like. So fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Congratulations on your book. It's called Nobody Cares Until You Do, which I think is a fantastic title and a great motto to live by.
Yeah, thank you. We wanted a title that would get people's attention, and we know it's a bit abrasive, but the reality is the turning point in our life was when we realized nobody cares if we're miserable in our marriage, if we're broke, if we're stressed, if our business is suffering. Nobody cares unless we care enough to do something about it. And for the longest time, we weren't willing to do the hard things. And so we played the role of a victim. And that's what the book's about, is stop being a victim and enjoy the power and freedom that's found when you own it. When you take accountability for everything in your life, you actually get the freedom to change anything in your life. And to me, that's hope and freedom and power.
Yeah, we were talking before that kind of people's misconception maybe of what accountability is or can be.
Yeah, I think we look at it as a negative thing. I'm going to hold you accountable. It's like a threat, behave.
Yeah.
But the reality is nobody can hold anyone accountable. You could say, hey, hold me accountable to this, but you can't. It doesn't work that way. I could lie to you. You would never know. But at some point in your life, you decide, I'm not satisfied with my life. I don't like my marriage. I don't like my health. I don't like my finances. I don't like my job, whatever. And that's when you bust out all these excuses that make you be a victim. You blame, you make excuses, you say you can't, or you just wait and hope it gets better. And it just gets worse. We saw that in our own lives. And so we walk that journey and we talk about the tools to be aware of when you're playing a victim and the point where you get to say, that's it. I'm not going to leave this anymore. I'm going to own this. And then how to move forward to create the life that you really want.
What are some of I have so many questions for you because I think, okay, let's start here. Is that sort of an American kind of mentality? Do you think most people live like that, or do you think most people are kind of living the way you're living now with true accountability?
I think most people think they're being accountable, but at the very least, well, probably at the best, you're being responsible. If you show up for work, you're being responsible. Here's your paycheck, we're even. But at the end of the day, they didn't hire you to show up to work. They hired you to do a job. And how you do that job, how well you do the job. Are you nice to people while you're doing that job? Are you nice to the coworkers? Are you nice to the customers? Do you do it with excellence? Do you care? Do you think, well, this probably should be done this way, but I'm busy, but I'll do it anyway because it's what needs to get done. The give a damn factor, we've lost that. And people just do the very least they have to. So it's that way with our finances, our health. You know you should floss your teeth every day, but you don't until you get cavities. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, maybe I should floss. Life is full of examples of things that we think we're doing it, we're really owning it, but we're not. We're getting by with the very least we have to do to let us survive.
Someone did this like thing to me the other day. They said, "Okay, raise your hand," and so I raised my hand, and they said, "Okay, now raise it all the way up," and I raised it all the way up, and she said, "How come you didn't raise it all the way up the first time?
Yeah.
How come you did just enough to like get the job done?" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's a simple example. Yeah.
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 Who would you say that your book is for?
Well, our publisher said not to say this, but we think it's for everybody. But at the end of the day, if you're a business owner or you're a stay-at-home mom, either way, you still have responsibilities to do. And you could get by doing the very least you have to do. But if you really want the freedom that's found in accountability, then you have to be able to look at it in a different way. If I own a business, I can take the blame for when my employees don't do a good job. That's being responsible. But if I want to be accountable, I have to proactively create a world where they want to do well, where I train them, where I pay them applicably, where I teach them what it looks like to be responsible. And same thing as a mom, or if you're a dad and you stay home, whatever your role in life is, if you're going to raise kids, it's not enough just to not let them get sick and die. There's something about how do I create them to be, uh, to have delayed gratification. That's one thing I regret in not teaching my own kids. You know, it's okay not to get something. It's okay to wait and save for it. In America, we just acquire credit cards and we just get it instantly and then we try and pay it off. But I don't want my kid to grow up to be like that. So you have to be intentional of teaching them the things you want to get at the end. That's all accountability.
Is it as much work as people think? Because it is, and it's also keeping up with the Joneses, and it's also, well, my friend has this, and how come I don't have an iPad? Stuff like that.
Well, those are excuses that we use to justify the behavior that we want. Well, they have it. I deserve this. You don't. You live in America right now. If you're watching this show, you have more wealth than most of the world. And so that's not enough for you because that guy has a Tesla and I'm driving a Ford. And so you start getting anxious and jealous and you're building up these stress points for no reason. But it is harder to live life as a victim than it is to own it and to be intentional. Because as a victim, everything happens to you. Your life is miserable. You got a bad boss. You got a horrible spouse. You got bad friends. You got bad kids. And you can't do anything about it. You're a victim. But when you look at your life and you go, I don't like this, and I'm going to do something about it. Now you take the power in your hands to do it. And it's still a lot of work, but it's just as much work to be miserable as a victim.
That's so perfect. Yeah, it's just as much work. Yeah. So why not? What was happening in your life? Was there like was it maybe a compilement? Is that a word? I think I just made that up.
Yeah,
of things,
it works.
or was there like one thing that like switched that for you?
In 2019, my wife and I do our annual planning session. She's my business partner. And we got to a place we owed $90,000 in debt. And that did not include the house or the cars. And we were just miserable. And I said, look, I can't live like this anymore. If God doesn't bless us, and we use the word bless, which means fixes all the bad decisions we made. If God doesn't bless us and take care of this problem, let's sell the house and start over. And all year long, we kept thinking, okay, God, here's your chance. Show up, drop a big bag of money in our backyard. Let's go. And go figure he didn't. And so by September of that year, I realized, look, we got to do this. We got to sell the house. So we sold the house, and it took us a while. We didn't sell it till March of 2020. But then we moved into this house that we live today that we rent, and we took all that money and we paid off our debt and we started over. And it was amazing because when I took the weight of that debt off of my mind and my heart, I looked at the world differently. We started working on repairing our marriage. I started working on my health. I started working on friendships and how we raise our kids and my business. I got clarity, I got confidence to take risks because I wasn't worried if I lose one customer, we'll go bankrupt. I had freedom, I had power, I had confidence. And so everything in our life started getting better as we attacked it bit by bit. But the catalyst was in 2019. We just said, nobody cares unless we're going to care enough to do something about it.
Yeah, you have to care about you.
Yeah.
That's really, at what point then were you like, I need to write this down because other people need to know this?
Well, my friend and co-author of the book, Salem Thine, had been telling me for a long time, you need to write a book about this. And I knew I wasn't going to do it. He owns two businesses. I've got one, and we're both committed to enjoying our family lives. So we hired out a publisher and paid them a lot of money, got a ghostwriter, had them do all the work for us, and got it done in 2022. Because we really do want people to understand life is better when you own it. And the freedom that comes from really having accountability is amazing. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing.
Where can people get the book?
You can go to nobodycaresbook.com. It's always available on Amazon and Target and Walmart and all those websites. You can get it there. We'd prefer you buy it from us. We'll put in there a note to encourage you how to use the book better and a sticker and get you in our community where we can hear about your journey. We want to see your satisfaction assessment. That's part of the book. We want to celebrate with you your victory. So we want to engage with you. So go to nobodycaresbook.com and order from us, and we'll send it right out to you.
I love that. I also want to talk about some things that like CEOs should be doing. What are some things that they should be doing?
Yeah, I didn't talk about it, but what I do for a living is I run CEO peer groups. And that means every month they get together with these CEOs and we talk about running our business with excellence. And I have found that there are 5 things that great CEOs do. The first one is they're always learning because the world is constantly changing. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. And then when they learn about these things, that helps them make better decisions. And great CEOs make decisions, not always perfect, but they got to make them. And then when you make them, you got to own it. That's the third one. They own it. That's where accountability comes in. And no blame, no making excuses. Own it. That's your decision. The fourth thing is they're constantly pouring into others. You want to build a team that is empowered and ready to lead with excellence, and that takes effort. That again, that's accountability. Looking at the team that works for you and seeing what you want them to look like and working backwards. And then the fifth one is that they're driving the results, but they're not doing the effort. You need to free yourself up to dream and vision like you did when you first started the company and go back to the heartbeat and the passion that started it and made it successful. And that does not get achieved when you're in the weeds, taking care of little things. That's why you hire people and let them do that job. Your job is to pour into them and drive the results so that someday when you want to sell the company, you got a team that's ready to lead and take over and you can go do something else.
How can people join that group? That sounds amazing.
Well, if you're in the DFW area, we'd love to have you be a part of it. Otherwise, I think there's probably people all around the world doing peer groups. If you're not in a peer group, I highly recommend it. There's something magical when it comes to accountability. That's what it's all about. Sit in a room and say, look, this is something I'm struggling with. I need help. And if you're willing to be vulnerable and transparent, other people's journeys can help you. You can learn from them. They can share resources and ideas. Nobody's going to tell you what to do, and no one's going to do it for you. But you can get the kind of encouragement that you need when you're the final decision maker. You carry that load on your back. You need to have other people to pour into you and encourage you.
Yeah, there's more than likely a group already out there, but if not, I would always suggest starting one because if you're looking for it, other people are.
That's right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you want to be when you grew up when you were a kid?
Well, a truck driver, of course. My dad was a tow truck driver, and we were a very poor family, and I didn't really think I'd amount to much. And my teacher actually, we used to take these aptitude tests when you graduate high school, and the test actually came back and said I should be a truck driver.
Oh, wow.
So everything was pointing me to truck driving, but I get car sick, and so it wasn't a good fit. And
that's funny.
I ended up going and doing other stuff. I actually have had a career in marketing and sales most of my life, but truck driver, that was my job.
Wow. I remember mine was always clown. I think everybody got a clown, and that was always top of mine.
Funny.
And now I'm a little afraid of clowns. They kind of creep me out.
Yes,
but
they do. Yes, they do.
yes, adult clowns out in public, not in a circus, are very strange to me. You'll never see one on this show. What do you love most about your life right now?
Oh, I love my wife. My wife is my best friend. She is the nicest person you'll ever meet. And she's the most beautiful woman in any room I ever go to. And I'm enjoying my life with her. I'm 61. I figure I've got another 20 years or so I could work till I start forgetting people's names in meetings. And I love living life with her. She gives me a lot of joy.
That's fun. What's the best way that people can connect with you and follow you?
Yeah, you can go to our website, nobodycaresbook.com, and my information's there. Fill out a contact form, tell me your story, get the book, take the assessment. We put an assessment in the book. So the very first thing you do is to determine, are you satisfied and why not? And that's where all the excuses that hold you as a victim come to play. But it's a workbook. We teach you how to see those traps, how to press by them, and then how to make a plan to get out of that and improve the satisfaction in your life. And I want to hear your story. I want to see a picture of you holding up your satisfaction assessment and saying, here's where I am today. And then I want to walk the journey with you. And I answer every single email that comes in. We want to be a part of your success.
What a great resource. Robert, thank you so much for everything you're doing.
Thank you very much for letting me be on your show.
Of course, come back anytime. Robert Hunt, the book, Nobody Cares Until You Do. Go get it. And we'll be right back after this break. Don't go away.
You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today.
That's our program, everyone. Thanks for watching. Now is another good time to just click that share button and help us get to 100,000 views by the new year. On tomorrow's show, author Ronnie Robbins is here. She has her book that we're going to be talking about, Hands of Gold, an incredible story that you're not going to want to miss. So I can't wait to introduce you to Ronnie tomorrow. That's our show. Go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I am so thankful for it. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.